What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another deck profile here on TCGU University for the game UniVersus. My name's Tam, and today we're going to be going over Kilik. Let's jump into it. Alright, everybody, so this is Kilik. He's a 5-hand size character with 33 life. He's got life, order, and water. We're going to be playing him under the order symbol today. He has a static that says each of his abilities on his character can only be played once per turn. And then let's get into the rest of it. As a response, reveal a weapon from your hand, : after your safe or weapon attack resolves, add it to your hand. That's really neat. It kind of turns him into like an extra 6-hander as long as he's got 2 attacks in his in his starting turn hand. Enhance if you have 6 or fewer foundations, your next card gets -2 difficulty. And enhance if you have 3 or fewer foundations, your next card gets -3 difficulty. Note, this says difficulty, and it also says card, so that includes like actions and whatnot, but it does not work on blocking. If it worked on blocking, I think the deck would actually be way more consistent than it currently is. But yeah, let's just jump into the deck. So we're playing under order, so that means that we're playing 4 big shot punches and 4 big shot Judies. The reason we're playing these is I want to be able to utilize my discard pile in my hand to gain effects, because this deck does a really good job of just nuking its own field to gain some small incremental advantage, and then it wants to blow you up with these, because I want to be able to play as many attacks as possible on no foundations. And so being able to have abilities from my discard pile is super important whenever I'm trying to push for a kill turn. In addition to that, the assets we're playing 3 Kalyuga. This is just another response on Kilik in order to pick something up. Like, it's possible I play a card, pick it up, play a card, pick it up, play a card. So these 2 combined together means I turn 1 card into 3 cards. Very strong whenever I need to keep pushing. In addition to that, it also stops my opponent from debuilding me, which is super important because I need to be able to block on my opponent's turn. So if they stun me out, I can take and put a card on their card pool, hopefully in their turn. Yeah, they did debuild me, but the goal is to end them so I can push through. Last asset in the deck is 1 Omega Sword and Elk Shield. This card's just really good to flip a foundation and commit a face-up card, and then with my abilities blow that card up anyways. I didn't need it. Followed by it's a pseudo perfect block. A block only deals 1 damage, and so it's possible just to stretch his 33 life out really easy. Kilik likes to get blown out, and so having the Elk Shield's really good defensive tech. Moving on to the attacks, we're playing 4 Forbidden Moonset, or 3 Forbidden Moonset. It would be 4 if we had a 4th, but because we don't have the 4th, I just can't play it. This card was fine out of 3 of. Honestly, the other attacks, I made the deck so that it didn't need Moonset to win. A lot of people, I think a lot of people would use this card as a crutch with Kilik, but honestly, it's just an additional tool. It's not the only tool. It's not that amazing in him, but the fact that like you get to bounce 3 cards if you've got Kilik and Kalyuga is very good, but it's only okay, honestly. I think the other attacks in the deck are better. Moving on, we've got 4 Dirty Bow. This is just an enabler. It says your next attack gets a -2 difficulty and +2 damage. It's got a low block with Breaker 2. It's 6 low for 6, which is like a bunch. So Dirty Bow is just like an extra instance of Kilik. And so destroying the foundation to get a foundation countdown so I can Kilik as well as Dirty Bow. I'm just trying to sling as many cool attacks as possible. In addition to that, it does hit the off zone, so it's totally possible to Dirty Bow, they didn't block it, lift the Dirty Bow, they didn't block it, Kalyuga, Dirty Bow, lifted it. And if you blew up foundations this whole time, we could probably just kill a 7-hander on a 5 diff. Or on a 3 diff because of destroying the foundations with Dirty Bow. Very good card. I highly suggest it. Very underrated, I think. Next, we're playing 4 Rushing Waterfall. Honestly, this was just to give this card a try, but it worked out way better than I imagined. I could just Rushing Waterfall and then lift it with Kilik, play it again, and then build my draw my 2. Nobody wanted to block the 3 damage attack, especially because I have Moonset in the deck, and so I would grab it to momentum. The combo ability literally never happened. It didn't happen once. But the draw 2 cards, if I played it a second time, was super relevant. There were plenty of times that I draw Rushing Waterfall off of Rushing Waterfall and play it and draw more, and then build out a huge bunch of staging area, and then be able to live and survive as the turn goes on. Here's the cool tech stuff. You ready? So we've got Silver Tomahawk. Enhance, if you have fewer foundations than your opponent, this deck gets stunned too. So with our whole staging area just wanting to be destroyed and just yeeted out of our card pool, or out of our staging area, this card always got stunned too. And so I would play the Silver Tomahawk on a safety 3, stun you 2, with Kilik, lift it back to my hand, play it, stun you again with Kalyuga, or Cayuga, pick it up, play it again. That's stun 6 on a 0 mid for 5, and then response before they attempt to full block it, the check becomes a 5, so it's not really a 0 diff if they full block. But if they half block, they're still taking 3 every time. So if they half block 3 times, pop, 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 it's still 3 damage. If they don't block at all, it's 15 damage. So this card by itself, with him and his assets, could accidentally just kill you on the safety 3s. Very, very good card. And then my last attack of the deck is the coolest, Vicinity Blast. Enhance, destroy X foundations. This attack is plus X damage. So this is the only card of the deck that I can't pick up with Kilik's ability. But there is a way for me to cheat that out just a little bit, and you'll see the foundation-wise. Honestly, the point of this is it is a 4 diff, 5 mid for 5, that I just sling as like my last Spirit Bomb YOLO attack at the very end of my chain. And so like I've played 2 or 3 attacks, and then -5 my difficulty, and play this as like a -1 or something, and then just whoosh, throw it out. It's super, super relevant, and it definitely, if it doesn't threaten game, if it doesn't like end the game, it certainly threatens it so bad that they have to deal with it. So like this card plus Punch and Judy's is such a beating, just because like it's extra damage that I just get to throw on stuff. On the foundation lineup is incredibly simple, but I've got a bunch of choices for it. I'm going to start with the unique ones. We've got double Warrior Descendant. Honestly, like I said, I just want to destroy foundations, and destroy my face-up foundations for damage is really good. I'm playing a lot of 3 diff foundations, actually, like way more than I probably should be ratio-wise, but it worked out well enough to get me the Campus Championship tournament that we did, the first one. This was the winning deck, but like this card definitely played a role. It's a unique, so we don't need more than one of it, and honestly, it is. I can just blow itself up to give damage or minus damage. But the minus damage is super important. Moving on, we've got Symphony of the Deep. Form remove, discard X, draw X. I needed to draw a kill turn, and I didn't. Let me get rid of all these gray cards. Let's try and find orange ones. The commit seal never mattered at all. It's also for 4 difficulty randomly, which you can then make a little less with Kilik, so you get to guarantee pass it. My last one is refuse and let go. It's just amazing DR, just commit, this attack doesn't do anything. Very relevant if you're playing these 3 symbols. You should play this card at a 1-of for sure. It doesn't no block, but it self blocks an attack with its ability. The rest of the deck is all 4-ofs, and we're just gonna jam through it. So this is part of the other half of the reason that I wanted to play this under order. Enhance, remove. This attack's damage is 8 or greater, reduces damage to 2. It's a 3 diff with a 5 with a block that said you don't have 33. You've actually got like 39. You throw out a couple of these, building really easy after playing an attack turn, and we get to capitalize on the fact that you just DR their missile launcher to anything. Or if they don't put it up to greater than 2, right? They only hit me for 6, which means they left some scraps on the table, which I'm totally fine with as well. If this is just a deterrent as well as the negate. Here's my favorite card of the deck, honestly. Invincible Iron Body. Enhance, remove until the end of your combat phase. Your attacks gain safe and +1 damage. So this is how we get to pick up our Vicinity Blast. Because this becomes safe for the rest of the turn, so Kilik then gets to reveal a card and then pick it back up. You can play this under order and play any really weird random attack. In addition to that, it also responds and flips for minus stun ability. It's 3 more damage and a 1 low block. Card's stellar. I think it's a little lackluster now, but inside this deck it worked out really well. Playing 4 God of Thunder. This was just a combo extender. Also enhance commit for +2 damage is really good whenever I get to like make things a little more threatening. It was good, super worth. I liked having it at a 4-of. Look at this. I've already got so many 3 diffs. We've got 4 Trusted Keeper. This card was a clutch the whole time. Enhance, add this card to your hand, commit one of my opponent's foundations. So what this did was, it got me to my negative, my minus difficulties by having less cards in the staging area, as well as taking and committing the best piece they had in their board, so on offense or defense. And then on defense, I get to pick up a block. It works the same way as the 4 of Human Sentry. Oh, I missed one. 4 of Human Sentry. This is just let me pick up a high block and then make my difficulty a little easier. Because -3 difficulty is way better than having the ready foundation if I need to go off. Moving on, we've got 4 Borscht Aficionado. Shout out to the Discord. Honestly, this is Destroy Draw card. There might be some better options, but I wanted to be able to get this card out of my staging area. Draw the card's really rad. I don't even know if I have any. I have some mid attacks, yeah. And then the 2 mid block's not shabby. And then the last card in the deck, probably one of the clutchest cards is Clear Cutter. Being able to first form and put this up into my card pool so that I've got less foundations and their blocks get harder. Kilik gives no inherent speed. He just kind of overwhelms you with playing a bunch of attacks. Like this with Kalyuga says that one attack turns into 3, right? And so saying that you can't block any of those attacks, like throwing up 2 of these before your Dirty Bow, says that it's a 6-low for 6, not including the damage pump that it gives, and while it's in the card pool, all your checks get +1. So it's pretty good. I really recommend if you're playing Order, you should definitely be looking at this card. Thank you very much for watching this video, guys. If you like the deck, please let me know in the comments down below if there's anything else you'd like to see, especially for our Campus Championship series that we're doing, a weekly tournament where we take 8 characters and throw them together, and so you get to see a bunch of matches. Also, if you like the content, go out to patreon.com/TCGUniversity and get everything a week early, including deck profiles, as well as the matches that you saw, as well as a bunch of other goodies out there. So, from all of us here at TCGU, stay learned.